Hi, we're back again for part two of Late Qing Predicaments. China suffered humiliating concessions in the 25 years from 1875 to 1900. The tributary order collapsed. The Qing was unable to defend its borders. Missionaries were coming into China beginning with the Protestants. Education and science was advanced by the missionaries. Poor peasants were open to missionaries, and many converted to Christianity. Here's a picture of Chinese worshiping at the Episcopal Chapel in Beijing. There was a new international order emerging by the 1870s. France forced Vietnam to sign treaties. The Sino-French War from 1884 to 1885, China lost its claim to Vietnam. China fought a war with Japan in 1894 and 1895 and lost control over Korea. Japanese ships were granted the right to navigate the Yangtze River and the right to build Japanese factories in China. China had to pay 200 million silver taels to Japan, or one-third of the Qing treasury. The Qing Empire was now seen as the sick man of Asia. China was under considerable pressure by foreign imperialism. The Japanese took over Taiwan and they controlled Korea. Germany took control of Qingdao. The French took over Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. And here's a map showing the Germans in Qingdao, the Japanese in Korea, kind of behind the balloon there, and Japanese also in Taiwan, and the French down here in Vietnam and Laos and Cambodia. The Boxer Rebellion from 1899 to 1900 was a rebellion to drive out foreigners and restore the Qing. It was a spontaneous mass movement started mostly by poor farmers. The Boxers began attacking foreign legations in Beijing in June of 1900. In August, 19,000 soldiers from 8 countries entered Beijing from Tianjin, and they forced the Empress Dowager Cixi to leave the Forbidden City and seek refuge in Xi'an. And here's a picture of the Empress Dowager Cixi, who lived from 1861 to 1908. Beijing and Tianjin were placed under foreign occupation from 1900 to 1902. 8 nations could establish permanent garrisons in North China. China had to pay 450 million taels of silver, almost double of Qing's annual budget of 250 million taels. So the Qing court is becoming very poor. Chinese at the end of the Qing turned to Western ideas like Darwinism, parliamentarianism, constitutionalism, and nationalism to address concerns about stability and economic performance. Zhang Zhidong believed Western techniques could be layered into Chinese cultural foundations. And then a guy named Yan Fu, Western institutions established in China could help her become powerful again. And here's a picture of Zhang Zhidong, who lived from 1837 to 1909, and then Yan Fu from 1854 to 1921. And I'm going to stop there with part 2 of Late Qing Predicaments, and we'll take it up in the next video.